Good morning. Today we will discuss about variation of mass. Variation of mass with velocity. Variation of mass with velocity. Derive an expression for variation of mass with velocity. It carries maybe 7 marks or 8 marks. Okay, usually we are asking for 7 marks. Derive. This can also be asked like this. Derive m equals m naught divided by square root of 1 minus v square divided by c square, where the symbols have their usual meaning. Where the symbols have their usual meaning. Okay, this is the question that we are going to frame for 7 marks or 8 marks. Means m is the relativistic mass of a body, m naught is the rest mass of the body, v is the velocity of the body, c is the velocity of light in air, medium or vacuum. It is an important question for 7 marks that we are going to ask. Okay, variation. Derive an expression for the variation of mass with velocity. Now, for this derivation, let us consider two frames of references. As usual concept, I will consider two frames of references here. This is a frame of reference that is S, which is having the origin O, having the coordinate axis X, Y, and Z. These are the coordinate axes S, O, X, Y, Z. This is having one more moving frame I will going to consider. This is a moving frame. O dash. This is S dash. This S dash is a moving frame moving with a uniform velocity that is equal to V. V is the velocity with which the frame itself is moving. And coordinates are X dash, Y dash, Z dash. So I have chosen two frames of references. I have chosen two frames of references. Of course, this is a uniform velocity. Since it is moving along a straight line path, I can consider constant velocity. I can consider, no problem. So I have chosen two frames of references. One frame of reference, capital S, having the coordinates O, X, Y, Z. Okay, O is the origin. Another frame of reference, S dash. That frame of reference S dash is moving along the common x-axis. It is moving along the common x-axis. It is moving along the common x-axis with a constant velocity V. This frame is moving. This frame is not moving. This frame S dash, which is having coordinates origin O dash, then coordinates X dash, Y dash, Z dash. Initially, both are coincided. O and O dash coincides. As the time is more and more, it is go on moving. S dash frame is go on moving along the common x-axis. Hoping that you have understood. In this frame of reference, S dash frame, I will consider a body here. I will consider a body. That body name, I will give it as A. A is a body. Of course, it is a perfectly elastic body. Okay, let us consider two exactly similar elastic balls. Let us consider two similar elastic balls. I will consider one more ball also here. Similar ball, B. Both are moving. A is one ball, B is another ball. A is moving along the positive x direction with a velocity u. B is moving in the negative x-axis with the velocity like this, with a velocity minus u, which is, where is it? In the frame S dash. So I have chosen in the frame S dash. I will consider in the frame S dash two similar elastic bodies, two similar elastic balls, BALLs, elastic balls, similar balls. Masses are one and the same, size is one and the same, but they are moving in opposite direction. They are approaching each other with a velocity u, meaning A is a ball which is moving along the common positive x-axis with a velocity u. B is another elastic ball which is moving in the opposite direction, means negative x-axis with a velocity minus u. Minus u. In which frame? S dash frame. So in S dash frame, in S dash frame, the velocity of A is plus u. The velocity of B is minus u. They approach each other. Approach each other. They are moving in opposite direction. This ball is moving along the positive x-axis. This ball is moving along the negative x-axis. Clear? And let us consider in S dash frame, mass of A. Mass of A, I will take it as M. Mass of B also it is taken as M because they are similar balls. Because they are similar balls. Is it clear? I have chosen two frames of references. S is one frame having the coordinates O, X, Y, Z. Another frame S dash having coordinates O dash, X dash, Y dash, Z dash. Where S dash is a frame which is moving along the positive x-axis, with a constant velocity v. Let us consider in the frame S dash. In the frame S dash, I have chosen two similar elastic balls. Two similar elastic balls, A and B. A is moving along the positive x direction with a velocity u. B is moving in the negative x-axis with a velocity minus u. Because of that one, I can say both the balls, they are approach each other with a common velocity u. Approach each other. They are moving approach. They are approaching each other, moving towards each other. With respect to S dash frame, mass of this and mass of this, they are equal. But with respect to S frame, mass of this is m1, mass of this one is m2. That is relativistic mass. That I have to consider, that I have to generate that concept. Okay, now, once they are moving like this both of them, they will collide. Once they are colliding here, after collision, they join together. They coalesce. Coalesce means they're forming one body. This is one body moving like this. This is another body moving like this. This body mass is m. This body mass is m. This is moving with a velocity u. This is moving with a velocity minus u. This is before collision. After collision, both the bodies are coalesced, means they join together. They join together, and maybe it is moving, may not be, it is moving. Let us see that what will happen. Usually it will be at rest. In which frame? S dash frame. Okay, because of that, I can write the concept. I hope you understood. This is said to be at rest. I will prove that why it is said to be at rest in the frame S dash after colliding. Because before collision, total momentum, after collision, total momentum, they must be one and the same, because we have considered two similar elastic balls. It is an elastic collision. Therefore, I can consider total momentum remains same. I can write total momentum before collision, total momentum before collision is equal to total momentum after collision. Total momentum before collision is equal to total momentum after collision. So how much is the total momentum before collision? Total momentum before collision is m into u plus minus u into m. Means m into u plus m into minus u. Total momentum after collision. Total momentum after collision is equal to this total mass, the total mass multiplied by the velocity. Okay, so this is m into u plus m into minus u. Anyhow, these two get cancelled now. Therefore, you are going to get this value is equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, mass cannot be equal to 0. Total mass of this cannot be equal to 0. But I can consider if mass is not equal to 0, velocity must be equal to 0. As the velocity is equal to 0 here, then I can say coalesced means after collision they join together now. Coalesced mass velocity is equal to 0. Velocity is equal to 0, meaning after collision, the body is said to be at rest. The body is said to be at rest. This idea that I wrote it already here. In the frame S dash, mass of A is M, mass of B is M. Both are elastic bodies. And the body of A, it is moving like this with a velocity u. The body B, it is moving in the opposite direction with a velocity minus u before collision. After collision, this mass and this mass, they join together, but it is not moving, it is said to be at rest. Sir, why this is at rest, you said? Because of this. After collision, it is at rest because the total velocity is equal to 0. The coalesced mass, once they join together, the total mass, which is not moving now, the total mass which is said to be at rest, the total velocity is equal to 0. The coalesced mass is something, but the coalesced mass velocity is equal to 0. After collision, the total mass is present, but the whole body is said to be at rest. The body is said to be at rest. After collision, the body remains at rest here. This is the concept. Now we are supposed to take up in the frame of reference S here. This is in frame of reference S dash. Now we have to choose in the frame of reference S. The body A, whose mass is equal to M. The body B, whose mass is equal to M in the frame S dash. In the frame S dash. Whereas with respect to S frame, if I'm considering frame of reference S, the body mass of A, the body A, whose mass is not equal to M now, it is equal to M1. This body mass with respect to S is M2. I will going to choose. I supposed to derive for that. So now let us consider the same concepts, continuation that I will going to take. Within this, any doubt is there? You can see that. I have to prove that this mass and this mass of this body and mass of this body with respect to S, mass of this body with respect to S dash, they are not one and the same. They are different. I supposed to prove it. Okay. Shown it slowly, you learn all the concepts. This is the idea that I have generated. If you want to read, you can read the notes also. Afterwards, I will issue the notes, no problem. Okay, now let us consider this body. I told you already about that frame of reference S dash is over now. Now I will going to consider in the frame of reference S. In the frame of reference, yes, here. In this frame of reference, yes. Mass of A is equal to M1. Mass of B is equal to M2. Mass of A is M1, mass of B is M2 related to S in the frame S. And I will consider velocity of A. Velocity of A, I suppose to consider, that is equal to U1. Velocity of B, that is equal to U2. U1 is the velocity of one body. U2 is the velocity of another body with respect to S frame. I will choose frame of reference S. With respect to S frame, the velocity of the first body is U1. Velocity of the second body is U2 that I have written. Okay, understood? Now I will going to choose velocity addition theorem, yesterday's portion, by using velocity addition theorem. Velocity addition theorem. I will use the velocity addition theorem. If I'm using the velocity addition theorem, I can write U1 is equal to how much? This U1. U1 is equal to how much I supposed to write? Is equal to, using the velocity addition theorem, U plus V, yesterday's concept, U plus V divided by 1 plus UV divided by C square, where C is the velocity of light, V is the velocity of S dash prime. Similarly, U2 is equal to how much? U2 is equal to, in place of course, U2, in place of U, I supposed to write minus because it is moving in the opposite direction. Minus U plus V divided by 1. In place of this plus sign, I supposed to put minus UV divided by C square. UV divided by C square. Now, once they are going to get colliding, the velocity of the coilized mass I will consider as V. Okay. The velocity of the coilized. I said that coilized means after joined together. After joined together. If the two bodies are moving here, colliding, once they are colliding, they become only one body. They join together. That velocity, I will take it as V. That body velocity, that I will take it as V. In which frame? In the frame, yes. In the frame, yes. All these things that I am writing with respect to the frame, yes. Okay. Here also, total momentum before collision. Total momentum before collision, it must be equal to total momentum after collision. Total momentum before collision is equal to total momentum after collision. Don't forget, after collision, total mass is equal to m1 plus m2. They join together now. And the velocity of this one is equal to v, I said. Velocity of that one is v. After joining, the total mass of the body is m1 plus m2. Anyhow, total momentum before collision is how much? Total momentum before collision is m1, mass of first body. I have written here. Mass of first body multiplied by the velocity, mass of second body multiplied the corresponding velocity. Okay, m1 u1 plus m2 u2. m2 u2 is equal to total mass here m1 plus m2. That is a total mass. These are total mass multiplied by the velocity with which whatever it is moving is equal to v. I will take